You know me, we just gotta travel the seven seas. Today, I wanted to talk about one of the greatest animes ever made. Yeah, as a Redditor, I would know. Land of the Illustrious. This is already gonna tell you it's painfully gut wrenching from the music to just the cinema. Honestly, I don't know what's worse. The scene from Griffith or the whole entire story of Land of the Illustrious. It is just so painful to watch either of them. I believe there is a very common theme in anime and media in general is that we have to go on living and we have to survive. And with Berserk, it's very clear. It's very the symbol. It's the Berserk symbol itself, right? And with Land of the Illustrious, it's also that. It's also going on living as a new person. And what does that mean? And the same way Guts feels so bad about his reality. Well, he's a new person. He's a new person every time things get worse for him. And maybe things get a little better, but that's what's happening. He's becoming a new person. And so is Phosphophilite. She is literally changing parts of her body. Um, I mean, she's literally the ship of Theseus. I mean, I don't know, call her she. It's a crystal. But the Theseus, and like every human, she changes. As a gem, and becomes basically a human at the end of the story or something like it, or a spirit. So it's a story about change and a story about the persistence and will to live. You can see it in everything. You can see it in Man Rider and such, and One Punch Man. I believe Lettuce Lord does it the best because he says that the sword is the persistence to fight.
Sword doesn't just symbolize physical strength, it represents emotional strength. The symbolic act of taking up the sword often represents a conviction to march onward no matter what. In Guts' case, he seems like a character who at first glance doesn't have a choice. If you aren't familiar with him, please read Berserk, but to sum it up, at least where I'm at in the story, if Guts stops fighting, then his demons will consume him, and he needs to keep fighting, keep wielding his sword for the sake of the people around him. He makes that choice, the choice to keep going, the choice to struggle onward. Call it toxic masculinity if you want to, but the idea that a man, a good man, protects those around him and doesn't place his burdens on others permeates our culture. And that's fine, because that kind of strength is important. Of course, strength isn't the only thing that a sword symbolizes. A sword is a symbol of...
You see, I really like the music for the first opening because it's very somber and, it shows us the emotion of Cinnabar, who is an outcast because of her nature. Begrudgingly is the whole name of the game here. It starts off with something really not worth doing, and then fundamentally it becomes worth it at the end of it. The great thing about this is Foss starts off sleeping, and that's basically how we start off in life. We just don't know a lot of things, and we still don't know a lot of things. And it's a great opening because when she is awake, she smiles awake for a new day, and I believe that's the thing that is how reality works. And then she just at the end of it, she's a completely different person. Same voice actor, by the way. Okay, today's going to be the day. Foss is just a dum dum at the beginning. Naive. Naivete.
Take the bite. Just as lively as ever. I hope Foss doesn't cause any more trouble. Reporting!
Like, can't you understand how she's 400 in terms of the anime, but like she's that's very young for a gem, and she's like dumb, but she's she faces challenges. This part made me like oh no, this part was bad. The death of Antarcticite was not good. Thank you, ChatGPT. This was very insightful. This was an absolutely crazy visual for ChatGPT to make. The same way I was trying to run after my dog that escaped from the house. I mean, I didn't keep him there. I didn't keep him there in a dungeon, but like, he just ran out of the fence, and this is like the same level of trauma that happened. The clip that I'm showing you right now. If you're wondering, this was what my dog looked like. R.I.P.
Trouble. Reporting!
Come.
You called for me, Sensei Kongo?
Yes. What's
I have no idea what Sensei Kongo's deal is. You know, he's just aura farming or something like that. But good or bad, I not gone understood that yet. You know, like he has this aura about him. So aura, it's always a positive thing. And then also he's like he's just he's protective, but also he has secrets. Like he owns like the angel beasts or something like that, the spirit beasts. So he's not telling the whole truth, which makes him mysterious and makes him like maybe a potential antagonist or villain of the story. So, I mean, that was interesting.